go ahead and start with our Batwings, bent over rows. So again, if you got some kind of resistance band, either with the handle, without a handle, okay, some kind of surgical tubing here, something that's going to add a little resistance. What we're going to start out with, and if you don't have any of that, that's fine. Get a towel, roll it up. Okay, this is my towel. I'm just going to pull that towel into my chest and try to pull that towel apart to really engage the back. So you'll have to focus more on that contraction of every single muscle rather than the resistance of the bands. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go 3 sets here of 15-second holds. So just an isometric hold here at the top. So we're going to get these bent over rows for our Batwings. Okay, legs bent a little bit, hips back nice and flat. We're going to hold it at the top here for resistance, a little bit on the wider side. Okay, so everyone go up and hold it at the top here for 15. Really focusing on tightening every single muscle in that upper back, arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders. 2, 1, relax. You should feel those arms shaking a little bit because you're tensing them up so much. Okay. Again, number 2, you can increase the resistance just a little bit here. Okay. Again, back nice and flat. Ready to go. Pinch the shoulder blades. Tight. Get those elbows up as high as you can. 2, 1, relax. Okay, we'll do one more step here. Okay, one more. We'll increase that resistance just a little bit more if you got a band. Okay, ready to go. Try to get those elbows up a little bit higher. Shoulders should be opened up a little bit more by now. 5, 2, 1, relax. Nice job. All right, let's go double arm rows here. So now we're going to increase the resistance. So again, if all you have is a band, do that. If you've got weights, I'm going to show you how to do it with weights. If you've got weights and a bench, okay, even better, but you can do these same things just by doing your bent over rows, really increasing that resistance. Okay, make sure you hold it at the top for a second or two, get that full contraction in. Okay, but right now what we're going to do, we're going to go a set of 16. Okay, set of 16 bent over rows. So if you got a bench, okay, you're here, again, focus on getting those elbows up, nice and high. Okay, so you can start on your 16. You got weights but no bench. Okay, again, nice flat back. Get those elbows up high as you can. And again, if you don't have any of that, we're just trying to increase the resistance a little bit here, and that's why we're going to use weights if you got them, and then bench just for a little stability, so you can focus on the back. And then, yeah, if you only have the bands, really increase the resistance. Hold it at the top on the bands, okay, so you can get that contraction up there. Okay. Go ahead, finish up your 16. Good, make sure you're keeping those elbows by your side. Alright, looks good. Okay, next one we're going to go through is the bird dog rows. So again, if you've got a band, we'll be in this bird dog position. So remember the bird dogs, we're just reaching opposite arm, opposite leg out. So we're going to do this with a band. So we'll hold the band steady in one hand. So the hand we're pulling with, we'll take that opposite leg out, and we're going to pull with that band. Same motion, elbows coming straight up and down. Okay, make sure if you're using bands here, you've got enough resistance on this band so that as you come up, it's going to kind of throw you off balance a little bit. Okay, you're going to want to kind of, shift to one side or the other, maybe throw you off balance. Okay, because we really want to focus on engaging the core. Control it up, control it down, stay nice and steady. Okay, so go ahead and do a set of 6 on each side. Again, if you've got weights, for those that can't see on the video, if you've got weights, okay, both hands, knees on the bench, okay, if you're holding in this hand, legs straight out, and we would decrease the resistance of the weight from when we're doing a double arm bent over rows. So here, you gotta really focus. On a soft surface like that bench, it's going to be a little more unstable. Once you got your 6, you can relax. Okay, looks like everything's done. Alright, now we're going to go into our single leg RDLs. We're going to start them with the good mornings. Okay, so if you take any kind of weight class in school, you should be familiar with these. Good hip hinge, open up the hips, open up the hamstrings. If you've got some kind of broomstick, a pole, this is just a half-inch, I think, half-inch PVC pipe, 5 feet tall. Okay, you don't have to use something, but it's just going to help keep those elbows back and that back pinch, that back engage. All we're going to do is hinge at the hips. So when I say hinge, we're not bending at the hips. Okay, see how that's different from hinging? I'm keeping my back flat, my hips are going straight back, legs are staying straight, and I come straight up. Okay, so again, you can do these without a pole, broomstick, anything. But keep those arms back. Okay, elbows back, shoulder blades together. Pinching the shoulder blades, coming straight down and up. Okay, so do a total of 4 of these. So if you already did a few, do a couple more. A slight bend in the knee, back nice and straight, head straight back. Okay, again, we want to try and go down as far as we can without that back bending. Okay, so if I can only get to here before I want to start rolling that back, okay, I only go to there, but eventually want to progress to, we can keep these legs relatively straight with a flat back. Our chest is parallel to the floor. Okay, good. Just doing a couple of those. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to be on the floor. We've got our floor bridge or hip bridge. We're going to follow these ones on the ground, hands at our side. Feet in a little bit so our knees are up. And we're just going to do hip raises here, hips up as high as we can. Hold it at the top for about 2 seconds and then control it down. Up, 1, 2, and down. So go ahead and do 5 of these. Okay? Each rep you're focusing on getting those hips up as high as you can. Okay? It's not just the first one, go up as high as you can, and then just get through the next 4. Really focus on each individual rep. And again, hands out to the side. Suck. Engaging the glutes a little bit more. Opening up the hips as well. Okay, good. We'll go to standing next. We'll do our single leg RDLs. So just like the hip hinge, okay, we want to keep this upper body nice and flat. We're going to do single leg RDLs here. We're going to keep chest down, leg up, and come back to standing. Okay, so you're going to do 4 on each leg. Make sure Okay, as we go down, we keep shoulders, hips even with the ground. Okay, so as I go down, I don't want to open up this hip here. Okay, and get in this position. I want to stay nice, flat, parallel. Here, get that leg nice and straight behind you. Okay, again, 4 on each leg. Focus on a nice tight core. Okay, all the way down. So your hands don't have to touch the ground. You don't have to bend the back to touch the ground. Again, the goal is just to get this back nice and flat, legs straight out. Okay, if you can get down to the ground, great. But again, we just want to get to parallel before I back up. Okay, you should really feel these in those hamstrings. 4 on one side and then 4 on the other. Okay, looking good. All right, let's move on to our flutter kicks. Okay, so we go on the ground on our back, legs straight out in front of us. So we're going to start with our hands out by our side. We're going to want to avoid, sitting on our hand as extra leverage. Okay, again, we want to build up that strength in the core, keep the back nice and flat. You can raise your back a little bit, kind of in that hollow hold position. That's fine. Okay, you can lay down if you want. Either way. Toes pointed. Okay, that's the flutter kick. So this little warm-up drill we're going to do here is I'm calling it the kick flip. Okay, we're going to do about 2, 4, 6 kicks, just a few kicks. And then you're going to do a reverse crunch, like a flip turn, and then back out to a few kicks. Flip turn, okay? So do about 4 total, okay? So a few kicks, with reverse crunch, that's 1. Let's do 4 of those. And focus on that lower back. Flatten to the ground, get hollow position, okay? Come in, get those knees to the chest. Pop the hips up a little bit. Okay. Good steady kicks, they don't have to be fast yet. Just make sure you're pointing the toes, keeping the legs straight. Okay, we don't want to kick from the ankles, kick from the knees, kick from the hips. Good. Up there, nice job. Okay, so from there, you're going to want to incorporate these flutter kicks into about, at least 3 of your workouts a week. So you maybe do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you can do them every day. You can switch between going on your back, and if you got a bench or something you can lay on with your feet off the ground, or your whole legs. You can do more of a freestyle kick as well, kind of alternate between the two, or incorporate both in a set. But I want you to think of them, adding a kick set to your Dryland routines. If you don't have a backyard pool, you're going to really want to focus on these flutter kicks. You keep these hip flexors nice and strong. Keep that core strength up, making sure we're get that kick engaged from the core. So I want you to think of it as doing something like 50s on the minute. If you're in the water, we did 8 50s kick on the minute. During a Dryland workout, you go 30 seconds kick, 30 seconds rest, kind of thing. Okay, and you can change those ratios, work to rest, however you want to equal that minute. So if you're doing a little bit faster of a kick, okay, doing more of a sprint kick 50, okay, you can go down to 25, 25, 30, 35. Okay, if these are just kind of easy warm up, 45 on, 15 off, you can kind of change it for however you're doing it. Okay, you can even bump it up to doing something like hundreds, 5 100s, 8 100s, 10 100s, on the 130, 145, 2 minutes, okay, where you're going a minute, nice strong kick, 30 seconds rest, okay, and you do anywhere from like 6 to 8 of these, okay, and that'll help keep the leg strength up. through the hip flexors, okay? So right now to finish up this little dry run, we're gonna do a little kick test set here. We're gonna kick for 20 seconds on our back. Okay, you're just gonna count one leg. Okay, count a single leg. And you count how many kicks you can do in 20 seconds. Okay, so again, these are nice, small, fast kicks. Toes pointed, legs straight, kicking from the hips. Okay? And we'll go from there. Okay? So 20-second kick, all out, small, fast kicks. Again, we don't want to just, kind of flip the ankle. It's not a kick from the ankles. Get the whole leg engaged. Okay, are you ready? Alrighty, 2, 1, and go. 20-second fast kick, as fast as you can go. While maintaining a straight leg, keeping the legs pointed, keeping that lower back flat to the ground. Keep it up, almost there. 2, 1, relax. Okay, good job. All right, take how many kicks you did on the single leg. If you count both legs, that's fine, cut in half. Okay, but take that number, divide it by 2, okay, and that is your target number now. Okay, so what you're gonna do after this call is kind of finish up your kick set, where you're gonna go, I'll have you guys go 6 rounds. We're gonna go 10 seconds kick, 20 seconds rest. You can start your clock, kick as fast as you can for those 10 seconds. Try to get minimum, okay, that target number, okay, half of the kicks you just did, if not more, on each set there, and then take 20 seconds to rest. And again, you guys will go through that 6 times. Okay, any questions on that? Okay.